Well, in tonight's Common Ground segment, we talk about bipartisan efforts to try to prevent health care insurance premium spikes next year. My guests, New York Democratic Congressman Tom Suozzi and Republican from Nebraska, Congressman Don Bacon. Thank you both for being here. You know, just listening to the sound bites from Capitol Hill, it does not seem like there is a coming together. Where are you now, and are you any closer, do you think, to getting something bipartisan done up there?
Go ahead, Tom.
Well, we're making a lot of progress amongst some of the House members, where Democrats and Republicans have put together several different proposals. Don and I did one over a month ago.
The first one.
To say that, you know, we want to try and extend the premium tax credits. We're willing to put income caps in place. We're willing to put fraud protections in place.
Congressman Bacon, I'll put up the bullet points here. Bipartisan Health Insurance Affordability Act extends premium tax credits through 27, stops unauthorized plan and subsidy changes, prevents pharmacies from profiting off patients through hidden spread pricing or keeping rebates for the pharmacy, expands access to health savings accounts, and reasonable minimum contribution. How different is it from the other plans that are circulating up there?
Well, they're all pretty similar. Basically, Tom and I put together the first framework back in October. It's the first compromise offer. And basically, we know that we need to extend these tax credits for 2 years. Some people say 1, some say 3. We think 2 is probably appropriate. So we're at least able to extend these tax credits, and it gives us time to work on I would say, better and bigger reforms for ACA.
Yeah.
But we got to do something now.
One of the things that people look at is that your party, some people in your party, believe that this is a really powerful thing to campaign on. And, you know, the insurance premium spikes are going to go up for Republicans, Democrats, Independents, no matter what your party is. But it seems like a powerful politics moment.
It's an incredibly powerful issue. I mean, in my district, if you're a family of 4 making $130,000 a year, your premiums are now about 8.5% of your income, which is about $10,000 or $11,000 a year. Your premiums are going to go up to over $25,000 a year on January 1st. Those people are not going to buy the insurance. And when people don't buy the insurance, that makes the pool smaller. That causes everybody's insurance to go up. So this is a very powerful issue, but we're not interested in the politics. At least Don and I are not interested in the politics. We're interested in actually trying to solve the problem to help these people, to try and make people's lives better. That's why we're trying to work across party lines.
So how close do you think you can get? Because obviously the clock's ticking, Congressman Bacon.
Ultimately, we got to get 60 votes in the Senate. And really what Tom and I were trying to do in October was really showing, hey, Republicans and Democrats can find some common ground here. And we don't want to see people's premiums go up $1,000 a month or whatever it's going to end up being. So we're trying our best to help out our constituents is what we're doing. And I think we have found a middle spot. You know, the Democrat leader wants a 3-year clean extension. We're doing a 2-year with reforms. And I think that gets a lot of Republicans on board. So I think if this was put on the floor, I believe it would pass. I don't know if it gets 60 votes in the Senate, but I think we're close, and this is what we're trying to do.
There are more and more people talking about this every single day. Even Marjorie Taylor Greene talks about the fact that we should be extending people's premium tax credits. So, I mean, come on.
And here's the president last night at that rally. Take a listen.
Your premiums are going up on Obamacare, and everything. It's forcing everything on. But we want the money go directly to the people. We want you to go out and buy your own health insurance, and you'll get much better health insurance at a much lower cost.
Congressman Suozzi, he seems to be wrapping his head around the health savings accounts and that pitch. There is a bipartisan plan up there about that. How are you going to get all of these plans kind of together to get something before the premium spike?
You know, the problem is that there are different people out there. Mark Cuban just did a post the other day that says the health savings accounts, which I'm not against health savings accounts, I like them, but you can't replace the idea of these premium tax credits because people will spend the money on something else other than their health insurance. The idea is to have people have insurance so you can build the big pool that makes everybody's cost lower. But, you know, even if we fix this, it's going to be still that expensive. Health insurance is too expensive in America.
I do think HSAs is an option, but we're not going to get that in the next month or two. What we're trying to do is buy us some time, extend these tax credits with reforms, and then we could talk about bigger fixes to ACA. And HSAs may be one of those options. There's 3 or 4 other options on the table.
Congressman Bacon, I want to turn topics just real quickly. You both are aligned when it comes to Ukraine as well. Today we heard a White House official confirm that the president spoke on the phone with a number of European leaders about the situation with Ukraine and Russia. It seems like this is not moving. What is your sense up there on Capitol Hill about where things stand?
Well, I'm very wired in on this. It's very important to me. I served in NATO. I've been to Russia. I've studied Russia since I was 18 years old. I'm a very strong believer that Ukraine deserves our support. So what the president is doing, I think, is very wrong. He's trying to pressure Ukraine into giving up more territory for a promise of peace from Russia. I don't think you reward an invader, and this is what he's asking Ukraine to do. But even if Ukraine gave more land to Russia, nothing will stop Russia from doing this again in a year or two. And so I feel like the president's appeasing a dictator. He's on the wrong side of this issue. And I'm hoping more and more Republicans stand up against this. By the way, I've seen all the latest polling numbers. 70% of Americans want us to be on the side of Ukraine. Now, I don't know why the president's on the wrong side of this.
And quickly, Congressman Suozzi, I'm guessing you align there. Do you think there should be more pressure on Putin, more sanctions, more action from the U.S.?
Absolutely. We're working bipartisan now with other members of Congress about putting sanctions on Putin and on Russia specifically. General Bacon here knows exactly what he's talking about. We cannot reward the invader, the dictator, who has kidnapped children out of Ukraine, has killed hundreds of thousands of people, is trying to destroy this country, and Ukraine shares our values. Russia does not share our values.
Well, we appreciate you coming on, and I know you both work across the aisle quite a bit, and that's what Common Ground's about. Thank you very much.
Thanks, man.